Well, I just figured out what the issue was. I had to actually go into my settings and realize that all of a sudden we were streaming in CPU instead of using a GPU. Now, this CPU is not good for streaming. It's a CPU. Some reason OBS settings defaults you to streaming with your CPU, and I have an RTX 2080 Super in this device, and you're supposed to be able to stream through a GPU. So for whatever reason, all my settings got reset, and it forced me to stream through the GPU. That's why the quality of my stream it's through the CPU. So that's why the quality of my stream in the last couple of streams have been horrible. That's why my audio has been going in and out. It's because my CPU is being used at 100% because it's being used for encoding and streaming. Because for whatever stupid reason, Streamlabs decided to reset my settings when everything was already set up perfectly and beautifully. So at least we figured out the mystery of Blue's Clues. We solved Blue's Clues, okay? We found Blue's Clues. We solved the issue. My audio shouldn't be glitching anymore no matter what I do. And that's because I'm not using the CPU for streaming. I always use the GPU for streaming, which is NVIDIA NVENC. So for whatever reason, I don't know, Streamlabs reset settings back to default at random, and that's the reason why I was having issues with the streaming. So now that I know this, and the only reason why I was able to know this because I went to the output settings while I was live and realized that it's outputting using my CPU instead of my GPU, which is not something I put. I specifically told it to use GPU, and then I left it alone. I thought everything was fine. I'll never have to touch this setting again. So apparently I have to double check and make sure it doesn't default the settings back to stupid CPU encoding. And I'll know easily if I stream and you guys say my voice is breaking up, that means that it went to CPU encoding. Now that I know what the problem is, I've changed some things unnecessarily that I got to change back. I knew it had to be something to do with OBS. It just didn't make it any sense. Now I'm using only 7% of my CPU, which is correct, which is right. All these things I could put up
look, this guy.
should not be utilizing my CPU.
Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.
I've been doing this for months, putting up GIF files and scenes and everything, and never had any kind of CPU bottleneck issue. So anyway, I just got back on. I'm not going to play. I just got back on to let you guys know that I did resolve the issue. There's no more 100% CPU usage. I'll be able to play my music, and I'll be able to click on my scenes and, switch scenes, do everything I normally do, okay, without having to worry about my CPU being bottlenecked or glitched. So I apologize that you guys had to suffer with that horrible streaming, but at least I figured it out and it's fixed. And the next time I get on, it'll be back to normal. Again, don't know why Streamlabs pertain to decide to all of a sudden default all my streaming settings, but that would explain the horrible quality the stream was when I look back at the playback. And that would explain the fact that it hiccuping and glitching and popping and doing all kind of weird stuff. Anyway, the issue was resolved. But thank you guys for hanging out and watching, even though it was all messed up. It's one of the unfortunate caveats of streaming is that something can go wrong, and then you have to literally one by one troubleshoot, try to figure out what the heck's going on because the system is not going to tell you what's going on. No, that would be too easy. You have to figure it out. You have to solve for X. But thanks for everybody that was helping me out trying to figure out what it is. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next stream. Oh, let's end it with a movie clip.
Hey Vegeta, how's it going?
Oh look, it's Goldo! You want a biscuit, boy? You want a biscuit?
Do you think I'm a dog?
Have a biscuit!
Have a biscuit!